they just admitted Game Pass has never been profitable. Since the very start, Game Pass has been geysering cash, and I feel so justified. I have to admit this.
I read what Chris String said this morning as clarification. I was like, I know I just woke up, but I'm not seeing this, am I? Like, this is the clarification.
When we talk about Xbox games, it's like, well, what even is an Xbox game at this point?
Hey, buddy, nobody's using this to console war. We're pointing out your fucking blatant hypocrisy.
Anyway, like, you can pre-order Gears of War on PlayStation right now.
Huh?
It's very much Windowsing Xbox and just making sure that all those, storefronts are available everywhere. And just, to me, it's the most boring way to interface with those things.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I love Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I got that through Game Pass. I'm very happy for the money that I saved.
Go on, get out of here. You're wasting my time.
Please let me back to...
The only thing with this is that, to me, it's just a bit boring. I mean, obviously, it's Microsoft, it's Windows. They've never been a very enticing, fun company.
Yeah.
I press A, I download, and I play, We are not the same, so Nipponi's gotta pay. I press A, I download, and I play, We are not the same, so Nipponi's gotta pay. The day that Game Pass die, everybody's gonna be crying. I can see it already. If Game Pass fails, everybody will go back and look at Game Pass as, oh my God, what an amazing service. It used to be so good. Remember when we got Doom the Dark Ages day one on Game Pass and we didn't have to spend the $70? Remember when Call of Duty used to drop on Game Pass every year? Yes, I remember because I was here and I am here. So why you guys want Game Pass dead? That's the question. Like, is the best deal in gaming and you want a gun? You guys are a bunch of bozos. That's exactly what you are.
When you're a clown, nobody takes you seriously.
You gamers are so weird. You got the best deal in gaming, right? No matter where you play, you can still use Game Pass. Game Pass is on the freaking TV. Game Pass is on a fridge, on a Fire Stick, on a Meta Quest. You can literally benefit from Game Pass no matter what platform you choose. And it's still an amazing deal, but you decide to trash Game Pass every chance you get. No wonder you fucking nerds don't get laid.
Are you a virgin?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
It all makes sense. You're a virgin.
Shut Game Pass down. Not good studios. High time these free-loading Xbox pay for games.
The jealousy. They're so jealous about Game Pass users. You guys don't understand. And we keep saying it here in the channel that these Sony PlayStation fanboys are dying to have something similar to Game Pass because everybody knows that PS Plus is straight chicks. Sony PlayStation fanboys wouldn't be talking down on Game Pass if Sony PlayStation had something similar. PS Plus can't even compare. They don't even put Helldivers, right, that is coming on Xbox on their service. I get it, right? Xbox is putting all their games on PlayStation, but they are also on Game Pass. Therefore, we are getting always the better deal. But Sony PlayStation fanboys are always on the receiving end of some bullshit by Sony, but yet they get on here and defend Sony sword and shield. I get it. Foxy is a fanboy, right? The media is not supposed to rock like the fanboys, but your friend here, Mr. Christopher Drain, had an article talking a bunch of bollocks about how Game Pass was unsustainable, just so that the next day he brings another Twitter post, right? Not even an article, just a Twitter post about how he was wrong. I ain't got no time to cover his article because this guy is literally full of shit. And I get it, guys. You know, we all make mistakes. I've made plenty, right? And it's always good to recognize when you made the mistakes and apologize or come through clean. You would think, right? But Sony PlayStation fanboys don't operate like that. We got Foxy Games, a game here, being a dumbass And this is what he said this morning.
For reasons I much prefer the Game Pass is not profitable narrative. So that's what I'm going with. Hashtag Game Pass must die.
These ponies are dying in all fronts. Game Pass is killing them. The games that are coming out, even if you don't have Game Pass, is killing them as well. They know what's up. They know Xbox is finally hitting their stride. Yeah, there were layoffs of studios that didn't complete games in time. They closed a studio also that didn't meet their goal in time. All corporations do this every year. Xbox and PlayStation, both of them will continue to close more studios, will continue to lay off more stuff, and will continue to open up more studios, and will continue to do more acquisitions because, sometimes things just don't work out and you have to regroup. And that's just the way it is in every company. There were 20,000 layoffs at UPS last week, along with the Microsoft news. Nobody talked about it. And the same people who talked about layoffs want Game Pass gone. So which one is it? Do you want to help the people or do you want to destroy their lives? Do you want all these jobs gone? Because if Xbox disappears and the whole division is dead, then a lot of people will lose their job. I just gotta call out the hypocrisy that I'm seeing in the gaming industry and, between influencers and journalists and all of that. Because on one side, you want everybody to keep their jobs, and on the other side, you want a whole gaming division to die, and a bunch of people will lose their jobs as a result. My conclusion is you guys are a bunch of freaking clowns, overreacting, Karens, and you deserve all the smoke that you are getting right now. Shout out to the real people though, the ones who are playing games, the ones who are actually utilizing Game Pass. This is what's really making the service stronger, because in reality, that's all you need to do. If you want Game Pass to succeed, all you have to do is play on Game Pass, play their games. That's it. On the other side, if you want studios to survive, you have to drop a 70. And look, charity, you do that one time, but we don't do no handouts over here. I'm buying a product better be good if I'm spending my money, and that's all I gotta say. Game Pass is an amazing deal. I save hundreds of dollars with Game Pass each year, and I've been playing more games than I ever thought that I could play in 1 year, all thanks to Game Pass. If you're trying to destroy Game Pass, you are literally fucking with my money. You are fucking with the money of Xbox gamers and people and gamers in general who love Game Pass. I don't mind bad news. If this was for real, I will be the first one standing here and be like, boys, enjoy it while it lasts. Game Pass will be gone soon. But come on, y'all creating false stories because you are a little bit intimidated that Xbox may be taking over the gaming industry. Yeah, despite the layoffs, despite the studio closures, Xbox is still working on 40 plus projects. That's the little part that they never told you, right? That's the little part that they don't make articles on. They only make the articles based on the layoffs, but they don't make articles on the new studio that they formed a couple of months ago called Elsewhere Entertainment. Where are these articles, bro? There should be a bunch of articles flying, right? But you know what happened? Positivity doesn't sell. The rage bait is getting out of control. This is the only way that Christopher Drake, Digital Foundry, all these big channels get their clicks, by lying, by aligning with certain communities. Ponies. Hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and if you stay to the end, man, I really appreciate it. Memberships are open, only 99 cents. If you want to join our community for Community Game Night, I do put extra content in there and some emojis and badges and stuff. Help us grow as a community. Subscribe, man. Hit the like button, come to the live streams. We are live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I go live with Power Boss, the Archangel Nexus, I Am Desire, and possibly even more guests and more surprises. Last week we had Next Gen Nero and Ray Ray. So, man, just come through live stream. We have a lot of fun, talk about games. It's your boy, Demo Flow, checking out.